1986 K10 Silverado. This is the father-in-law's old truck. He passed away. We ended up with it. I'm halfway in process of trying to figure out what we can do with this truck. I've been wanting to record that old 5-ton out there. I uploaded a video a while back. I bought it on auction. It has a blown up engine, but it still runs. I've since bought a new engine for it, which is sitting there. I want to record that because I figured people would get entertained watching me try to fix a 5-ton, but I don't have the time, and I need a couple more parts for it that I'm trying to find currently. So I figure I can record this. This is basically me trying to go through and fix some half-butt restoration. As you can see, just over here, it's not pretty. I just found this whole area here had a piece of Bondo on it, which I've since dropped. Here we go. And what they did, besides putting way too much Bondo on, they put the Bondo on top of the factory paint. It didn't adhere. You can see right there, it was leaking through and rusting it out. It didn't get real bad. I don't even know why they bonded it. That's not that big of a dent. It's a work truck, guys. Stop trying to make show trucks out of 4-wheel drives. The paint, what I'm thinking they did is they didn't use a self-etching primer, and they didn't sand it. So everywhere that they patched something, the paint did not adhere at all. This is just me power washing it. All I did was power wash it, and all this paint come off. They didn't fix the rust the right way where it is rusty. Just hacked it together. Which, I mean, it worked, because father-in-law drove this truck for probably 8 years. He never had a problem with the paint. The passenger side's pretty much got the same issues, just not as bad. The door corner is worse. I don't think there's any Bondo on this door. There's a little bit of a rust hole there. You can see right there, they didn't even get the primer on fully, or they sanded through it. So maybe they did sand down the primer, but for whatever reason it didn't stick. I don't know. I'm not a body man, but I'm in the process of taking this drip edge off. So I need to address this, all these little pinholes. Oh hell, that's not a pinhole, that's bigger. But I want to address that so then I can work my way down and get to all this and then get to the rockers. And I took the seat belts out. Freaking bolt broke. Electric windows didn't work. Wonder why. If it would focus. You could see the wire just broke off the connectors, which it's not gonna focus. So there we are. Oh yeah, I'm gonna finish taking this off and then figure out what we're gonna do there. Alright. Luckily, we sound solid all the way through there, and I can't see any rust along where the drip edge sat. It's only rusted up underneath there, which means that somehow water is getting in between the inside layer and the outside layer, and it's pulling up along here. So, if I was a betting man, I'd say that these screws, all little holes leak. Hey, there's actually a pinhole right here. But that's already on the downhill slope, which would explain the cab rust down there in the corner. But this rust here, I would say that the seal that goes along here on the back of this mating surface I'd almost say they took it off, did what they did, just put it right back on, and didn't replace the seal, the little tar type seal that goes on there. And as you can see, all down here, this is a different panel than this. This panel goes on top of this panel, and it's welded together. And it is rusting out because of the water that got along the top running down here. I mean, that's just brittle. Alright. Kind of went down the rabbit hole here, as you can see. It went way farther down than I realized. There was cancer. All the way to the body line. The rain gutter bolts through onto a piece of metal on the backside. So I'm planning to drill little holes And I can spot weld it on the outside here. And at least right here on the top, the guttering will hide it. And down here in this strip, I will have to drill a few and weld and do a little bit of body filler down there. Up here, still not sure I want to cut this out. I've heard good things on the rust converter chemicals we have nowadays. I think I might try some on here to save myself time, because cutting that out and trying to tack weld something on in there is gonna be a nightmare. And I got enough spots that I have to fix already as is, just to get the truck halfway decent. You know, I'm not going for a show truck here. It's a work truck. We tried to sell the truck because we don't really want it, don't really need it. Nobody wanted to make any decent offers. Granted, I didn't know this truck was this bad at that point in time, but you know, nobody even made an offer at all. So there we are. I'm gonna clean this up just a little bit more, then hit it with some rust converter. I have a can of something. Throw on here after I do some spot welds on there, obviously, but I think that's the game plan. So yeah. Alright, so here's how far we've gotten. I decided to tack it right where it would have folded over instead of drilling and tacking on the face here. Man, I'm bad at lining up camera angles. I gotta apologize for that. And I went ahead and I gave it a little bit of a blast in here with the soda blaster. I didn't want to get too aggressive with a sand blaster. I feel like it did fairly good. Still have some cancer in there. I'm gonna need to get some sandpaper and clean it up, but I do think I'm gonna have to go get some. I think I'm going to body fill it, because I need to body fill this anyways to make it look better than that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to run to town, grab body filler, because I don't have any. So this is probably where I will stop today. I don't know. I feel like those holes would be alright sanded down. Just put some body filler in it, because like I said, this is not a restoration. And on the same note, you know, I'm gonna call this, just like Diesel Creek calls it, a socially distanced restoration. If you stand about this far away, it's probably gonna look really good. I just don't want patchy paint halfway done. We're gonna take this all the way down and then prime it and paint it. Probably not the bed. I haven't decided yet, but I might do a flat bed on it, because of what I'm gonna use it for. A flat bed might be better. The factory bed's really straight though. It's only got the wheel well rust on both sides. The inside really wasn't ever beat up too bad. Could be used again. You never know. Real quick, if you guys are outside playing in this heat, don't forget to drink water. This heat will kill.